They call me Helen. They whisper it with a hiss, a curse, a lament. They say I am the face that launched 1,000 ships, the very breath that ignited a war. They point and declare, "You're Helen of Troy. That's what you are. You're the thing that ruined him." Ruined him? Ruined them all, perhaps. But was it I, truly? Or the gods who spun this cruel tapestry? Was it my will, or the relentless current of fate that swept me onto these blood-soaked shores? My beauty, they say, was a gift, a divine blessing, a radiant curse. It was not a choice, but a burden laid upon my shoulders from birth, a golden cage forged by the heavens themselves. From the moment I drew breath, I was a prize, a pawn, a prophecy. Men fought for me, not for my mind or my spirit, but for the reflection they saw in my eyes, the glory they imagined possessing. Paris, he came, not as a man, but as an instrument of destiny, a golden apple, a divine judgment, and suddenly I was no longer a queen, a wife, a mother. I was a promise, a reward, a stolen treasure. Did I choose to leave Sparta? Did I choose the winds that filled the sails of his ship? Or was I merely swept along, a leaf caught in the hurricane of Olympian decree, a pawn in a cosmic game? For 10 long years I watched from these walls, 10 years of screams, of fire, of endless agonizing loss. Each fallen warrior, each burning pyre was a fresh brand upon my soul. They fought for me, they said, but their blood stained the earth, not for my love, but for their pride, their honor, their insatiable thirst for glory. I was merely the banner under which they marched to their doom. They blame me for every tear, every wound, every shattered life. They call me the betrayer, the temptress, the architect of their sorrow. But what of the choices made by men, by kings, by gods? Was it my hand that drew the bow, or my voice that commanded the armies? I was the prize, yes, but never the player. I was the reason, but never the cause. The thing that ruined him. Which him do they mean? Menelaus, whose pride was wounded? Paris, whose folly led to his own demise? Or Troy itself, a city reduced to ash and memory? Perhaps it was all of them and none of them. Perhaps the ruin was always destined, and I was merely the catalyst, the beautiful, tragic excuse for a war that was always waiting to erupt. I am Helen. Not the woman, but the legend. Not the heart, but the symbol. I am the face that launched 1,000 ships, yes, but also the face that watched 1,000 dreams drown in the Aegean. My beauty was my prison, my destiny my chains. I bore the weight of a war I did not start, a ruin I did not seek. I am the echo of 1,000 ships, forever sailing on a sea of tears. They see the beauty, the cause, the ruin. They do not see the fear, the sorrow, the endless nights spent weeping for a home I could not return to, for a life I could not reclaim. I am Helen, and my story is not one of choice, but of consequence. I am the face of a tragedy, a testament to the devastating power of beauty and the relentless, unforgiving hand of fate.